Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on Sunday, May 26th, here with the Pig Dogs Morning Show, man. Money making Sunday, man. I love Sundays, man. Sunday is one of my favorite days of the week. Got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot of action today. First of all, we got a good schedule of Major League Baseball. We got game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. And we also have game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL. So, money making Sunday, man. A lot happened yesterday as well. I'm sure we'll talk through all of that. Let's meet the guys, see how they feeling, see what's going on today. Money Man Mitch, how you doing today, sir?
Oh, congrats to Jason Tatum and the Celtics, man. I think that if I'm an NBA team, this is what I do going forward. I just get a Joe Dumars type, and in the last 5 seconds of a tight game, when the guy goes dribbling to the hole, just punch him in the face as hard as you possibly can, because apparently you can start tap dancing, move all over the place and whatever, and it's not a block. So, I have no idea how it is. I understand about putting the whistle in your pocket and all that stuff. But how in the hell is that not a foul? I mean, hits him on the arm, and it's like, it's not a block. I mean, it's not like, charge is nothing, right? It's like, you can't do that. It's like anybody can make a stop like that. Anybody can. And it's like, congrats to the Celtics. You won it. The Pacers blew it, all that other stuff. But at the same time, man, a foul is a foul, man. And it's like, if you're going to allow that, then why not just get a hockey goon, stick him in there for the last minute of a tight game, and just when the guy comes down, like, just deck him, just knock him out freaking cold, and just take the ball and dribble down the other, because they ain't going to fucking call it. If you're wearing a Boston uniform or a Lakers uniform or something like that. But anyways, such is life, and this is why I hate pro sports.
Yeah. Them Pacers, man. Damn Pacers. They should be up 2-1.
They should be up 2-1, but I believe that last night's game, there was a few really horrible calls and non-calls, and they all went against Indiana. So it is what it is. Tatum had a nice game. We'll give it to him. I said I would. But at the same time, you always would rather see it play out naturally as opposed to be decided by the refs. And, it's the great coaches say, the really good ones, they always say when they leave the locker room, man, don't let the refs decide it. So Jimmy used to always say when the Canes left the locker room, man, don't leave it to those guys, because we ain't going to win. And I think that's exactly what we saw yesterday. I don't know. It's like, I'm not a basketball aficionado like a lot of the other guys on this panel that are pro basketball. They're way better, more expert at it than I am. But at the same time, to me, that's a foul. I don't understand how it's not. I mean, the moving feet and all that other stuff, the tap dancing, which is, a foul, right? But doesn't he clearly hit him on the arm? I mean, you can't do that. Isn't basketball a non-contact sport?
Nah, it's contact.
Not in the playoffs. It's kind of like they get a little more physical in the playoffs, and they let a little.
Well, they
more
called him against the Pacers.
Correct. I know. It's the same as hockey. They do the same thing.
If they're going to call it, they don't call it both ways. And I think
exactly. That's the part. They don't call it fair. Yeah, that's the big problem, that they don't call these same calls should have went the other way as well.
Yeah, if you're going to call them, you call. It's kind of like the strike zone. If you're going to have a wide strike zone, it's a wide strike zone for everybody. If you're going to have a high strike zone, it's a high strike zone for everyone. Tight strike zone for everybody. But it's like, you can't have ticky-tack bullshit on one end and hard fouls not called on the other side.
Yep. Agreed.
Fair enough. Ruffalo, how you doing today, my man?
Yeah, doing all right. Coming off a 2-in-1 day yesterday. Those damn Red Sox. I kind of was sitting there. Everybody else was on the Brewers. I was like, you know what? I'm starting to look at it, and I was like, oh boy, maybe I'm on the wrong side. I thought I was all right when even when the Brewers made that pitching change to Koenig and took out Colin Ray. I thought I was still all right, but yeah, Nick Pivetta strikes me again.
Brewers could have put a little leaguer out there, man. They still would have won. You got to get somebody out, man, if you want. I mean, the Brewers, how many men did they leave on base in that game? They could have scored 30. I mean, I think the Brewers were up the entire game. You know, they were at bat the entire. I didn't even see the Red Sox at bat the whole game. I watched the whole thing. I don't think they were up. They never got to bat. Maybe that's why they didn't win.
Yeah.
I think in the ninth inning they got to bat.
I had a 2-in-1 day yesterday too, and my top playing baseball will give me nightmares for years. For years. If you went down with me yesterday on them Rockies, oh my God.
I bet the Rockies, not a premium play.
Oh, it was my top play of the day in baseball, man.
I don't know about that.
I was sick.
Little aggressive, but hey, man, not gonna criticize anybody for that.
They won 5 straight at home. We're leading the whole game. Blew it in the 9th. It happens. It's baseball. 2-in-1 day though. So keep it rolling. Brian B, you here on a Sunday? How you doing, sir?
Well, it was super hot, but the last 3 days have really humbled me lately. I'm going to try to get back on track. Just hasn't been my style of winters lately. But, you know, today's Sunday, and I love the card today. Hopefully get back on track.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Brad, what's happening, my man?
What's going on, fellas? Coming off a nice little 3-0 day, nice sweep. I always say after the sweep, music sounds better, the coffee tastes a little better. So I'm feeling good this morning. I do want to say, collectively as a show, I look back, most of us were on the plus money Nationals, plus money Brewers, Royals, Pacers plus the point. So as a show, we crushed it yesterday.
We went crazy yesterday.
Yeah, let's run that shit back today.
Let's run it back. Zawacki, how you doing today, sir? You know?
Doing good. Can't complain. My only loss was the Edmonton Oilers yesterday, and that's 5-1 day in the premium, so I can't complain. It is what it is. Hey, they came out like a gangbusters. Like I said, somebody said they were gonna on the show yesterday that they were gonna come out slow. The Oilers don't come out slow. They have been coming out like shot out of a can and like 16 out shooting 16-5 in that first period, and then only Dallas decided that they should play some hockey because they were like, Oilers are running all over us, and stepped up and played a good solid second and third, holding the Oilers down to 10 shots, maybe 11 shots at best over the final 2 periods. Good game, great day yesterday. Can't complain. The Pacers game, it is what it is. I said late, I was like, watch this Pacers team choke this away. I wish I would have put a little sprinkle on when they were down like 16 points, and I said to my buddy, I was like, here they go. I just got a feeling something about this Pacers team, just they're no defense. Just think if they played a little bit of defense, they go to cruise to a couple wins and been up in this series 2-1. But the over continues to cash on those first quarter, first half, full game. Can't complain there. So let's continue crushing it this Sunday.
Let's keep it rolling. Sean, how you doing, my man?
Good, Jay. Yeah, 3-1 yesterday. Had those underdog Nationals as my MLB premium, then got the Stars, of course, and the Pacers. And the only miss was that Pacers under. I know everybody else on this panel, I think, was on the over yesterday. So I was on an island with that one, only ended up missing by a couple points, even though the first half was just so high scoring. That's what ended up doing me in, really, because the second half things tightened up. But we'll get an under at some point in that series, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, big Sunday ahead.
Yes, sir. Look like everybody had a good day yesterday. Let's keep it rolling, fellas. Javon,
Everybody but me. Feeling left out of here.
I don't know what my record was, but I won about 30 grand yesterday. So I was pretty stoked, man.
Yes, sir.
Goddamn Royals. Hate them.
I didn't have that game.
Javon, how you doing, my man?
Yeah, I'm all right. Productive day, 5-2. Hit some good plus money plays on baseball. Been on a real hard baseball run. So can't ask for anything more except for another good day.
Yes, sir. Let's try to do that then, fellas. Most of us had great days yesterday. Let's keep it rolling. Like I said, I went 2-1 yesterday. I had Pacers plus the points. I had the Rockies and I had the Reds. Shout out the Reds.
You can see all of our records at the website. So
yeah. There you go.
Just click on any handicapper's name. You can see every pick they ever made.
Let's talk about today's baseball. It's not a huge schedule, but
it's regular 15-game card.
Is it?
Yep. Tomorrow's a short card, but today is 15. Same as usual.
I don't know. I thought it was short today when I looked at it. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Could be short if it gets some weather.
Let's get her done. Let's do 4 games at a time. We'll go Blue Jays, Tigers, Dodgers, Reds, Braves, Pirates, Brewers, Red Sox. It's just the order mine shapes out in. So Blue Jays, Tigers, Dodgers, Reds, Braves, Pirates, Brewers, Red Sox. As we usually do, Mitch, lead us off.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Chris Sale, like I said at the beginning of the season, is really just having a year, man. He was having a monster spring, and he's kind of carried that into the regular season. He's been one of the best first-half pitchers throughout his entire career. In fact, I think of all active pitchers, he's started the most all-star games of all of them. And, I think this will be his first National League start in an all-star game this season. He's been nothing short of sensational. But here's the problem that we have in this game. The books have either said you have a choice. Either you can take the Pirates or you can take the Braves, but we're not going to pay you because at minus 4.5 runs, the Braves are plus 175. So there's nothing we can do there. I love the Braves because I love Chris Sale. I've been on him all the time, but you're going to have to find like one of those weird props or like, I don't know, man, something else because minus 4.5 at plus 175 is a bad bet. There's too many things that can happen on the other side. Even with Martin Perez pitching, you can't take the Pirates because Chris Sale hasn't given up a run in forever, and the Pirates don't have a lineup that's going to do it, man. It's like this is just a bad game. So I know you guys love the big square plays, but just stay away from that one. There's no reason. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go, man. At minus 4.5 at plus 175, not even Ruffalo would play that thing. You got the Reds and the Dodgers. The Reds kind of have the Dodgers number. They did a nice job on him at Dodger Stadium. Did a nice job against him yesterday. Brent Suter, a homegrown product from Cincinnati. He's not homegrown through the Red system, but he is from Cincinnati. They love him there. But he doesn't pitch all that deep into games these days. But Yamamoto is in straight regression mode here for the Dodgers. Exactly what we talked about with Japanese pitchers, first year into the majors that are used to pitching on 6 days rest. The Dodgers have been giving him 6 days rest. It's not enough. He still looks drained, and his numbers are going in the wrong direction. Expect the Reds to pound him here. Take the Reds in that one. Layup. Patrick Corbin's pitching a little bit better, but that means his ERA is below 6 over his last 3 starts. Brian Woo. Woo.
Who?
Woo. I like the under in this game. I just think that the Mariners, they can't hit their way out of a wet paper bag, man. And the Nationals, no one can hit Woo.
But I'll let you make it.
What's that?
So you jumped the slot, but I'll let you make it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry. Oh, because the Reds, I switched the Red Sox in that game. Anyways, like I said, Tanner Houck's got a sub-2 ERA for the season. He's maintained that through his last 3 starts as well. But the Red Sox are home where they, as we said yesterday, suck ass, much to the chagrin of Chris Ruffalo and Kirk, who aren't here today, who was going to the game to watch his sorry-ass Red Sox. Like I said, it's tough to win a game if you never even get to the plate. It was so weird, man. It was like a weird thing. Like I had the game on, and it's like every time I turned to that game, Christian Yelich was up or Sal Frelick, like every single time. And there was guys on base, and everything was going on. And that William Contreras, who I think is the MVP of the National League this year, I think is a good bet to win the MVP of the National League. I like the Brewers in that one. And then the other one is we did Pirates, Braves, Tigers. Oh, Tigers against the Jays. Well, Tigers can't hit left-handed pitching. Casey Mize doesn't look anything like that number 1 overall pick that he was. So, it'll be over early. Thankfully for all those going to the game at Comerica, you'll be home in time to try and roll it over on something else because there's a lot of action late. So 11:35 a.m. Eastern time start for those of you playing at home. And that's all I got to say about that slot.
Franchise player, Ruffalo, take it away.
Yeah, the only 2 I'm going to look at here are the Brewers. I'm done with Tanner Houck. I mean, it says some of the guys got an ERA just around 2, but a 5-5 team record this season. just don't come to bat for him. And I just think, again, all the value here is going to probably be on the other Milwaukee Brewers. Like I said, I was on the wrong side of it yesterday, but not going to miss that boat today. So give me the Brewers there. And yeah, I think the only way to go is to take one of those weird, props in that Pittsburgh game. So I'm going to take the Pirates team total in the first 5 under 1.5 at -140. Chris Sale's thrown 3 straight shutouts of, I think it's 5+ innings, or 6+ innings. Granted, those were all at home, but still 28 strikeouts to 1 walk. He's been
1 home run,
short of spectacular.
Right? 1
so
home run over his last 5 starts.
I'm gonna go. He hasn't given up a home run in 4 straight, and he's given up 1 run or less in 5 straight starts. So, yeah, give me the Pirates team total under in the first 5, under 1.5.
Filthy.
Hitler.
Well, for me, it might be the first time this year that I do this, but I think I'll take the Dodgers at -1.5 here. Yamamoto has only had 1 bad start. I don't see a regression yet from him. He went 6 1/3 last start. Brent Suter, I don't know how he goes more than 4. Reds have had success against the Dodgers here, but Dodgers losers of 4 straight. At -1.5, it's -120. I don't like laying juice on a run line. But
Yamamoto's 3.17 for the season, 3.6 over his last 3 starts. That's a regression. No?
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with Suter, and the Reds have been pretty successful. I'm not a Dodger guy, but
I get it. No, I get it. Suter's only goes 1 inning. 1 inning. It's a bullpen game.
Yeah. So I just don't.
Dodgers hitting lefties at 185 over their last 10 games.
I'm not a Dodger guy, but I think as far as this slot goes, I'll lean towards the Dodgers at -1.5. I'll probably take the Washington Nationals at +1.5. But Patrick Corbin makes me nervous as usual, but the Nationals are a pretty good team on the run line. And here you're only paying -110 for that 1.5. I think it's a 1-run game. I'll take the Nats +1.5.
Corbin needs the money. He's in a contract year. He only made $280 million from the Nats so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Brewers. I'm not laying $1.50 with Boston, and then I'm actually gonna take the Tigers here. I think the Blue Jays will have the advantage starting this game with Kikuchi over Mize, but I mean, this Toronto team, they're ranked 28th in total runs, and they also have the 4th worst bullpen in the league. So it's a 9-inning game. I can see the Tigers pulling away late. And I think there's value getting plus money there.
Nerfy?
I'm going to stay away from that one. After yesterday, that was terrible, Mitch.
I like the Nerfy better in this one than I did yesterday. Yeah. That's for sure, man. I don't like it as much as I like the Nerfy in the 1st inning home run, though.
Yeah. That one hurt yesterday.
That was crazy because wasn't that game only 2-3? So like,
yeah,
2-1. It was the final.
2-1 final.
Oh,
they scored 2
both runs came in the 1st inning. 2
so ridiculous. That one's still
out.
We'll get them back.
Baseball. Man. It's wacky.
For me in the time slots, I do like the Nerfy there. You look, the Blue Jays have hit 7 straight Nerfies as the favorite in the spot, so I like the Nerfy there today. Kikuchi's pitched solid. He's one of those pitchers that pitched solid, but because of his team giving him 0 run support, again, he's 0-5 in his last 5 starts. Definitely not good there. But you look at Detroit, they're not hitting left-handed pitching very good at all. Batting 192 in their last 10 versus left-handed pitching. I like the Nerfy, and I like the under in the Jays game. Definitely lower scoring 1. And then you look at the Dodgers game. I like the under there as well. You look at this Reds team. Sure, they've been playing pretty good, but you look over their last 10 games, they're not hitting right-handed pitching. They're batting 183 over their last 10 games versus right-handed pitching. I think Yamamoto has a good start. And Suter, he only is going to go 1 inning or so. And I don't think the Dodgers rip him a new one in that one. So I like the under 8.5 Dodgers and Reds. And, of course, it's just automatic. The Brewers or Boston's at home, so bet against them. Give me the Brewers for the sweep in that one.
Sean Murphy.
Yeah, I'm on the Jays there today against the Tigers. Detroit over the last week, they're 25th in team OPS in the majors. You got Kikuchi going for the Jays. I think he doesn't get quite enough credit for how well he's pitched. Rod mentioned he's had some lack of run support. That's been his issue because his numbers are great this season. He's the best thing the Jays have going for them in terms of starters, even though it's not saying much. And I'm just looking for reasons to fade the Tigers right now, just as long as they're in that offensive slump. And with that Reds game, I'm I'd like to get on the Reds in this spot because I kind of feel like the Dodgers. As long as they're struggling here, I think it's a good idea to go against them until they get that first win, but get back on track. They will get back on track soon, but not a great spot here to back the Reds. As Mitch mentioned, it's likely a bullpen game for the Reds, and I don't love that bullpen. But at the price, I think it's a game where you can take a shot with the Reds here.
185 versus lefties for the Dodgers, and got to lay juice on the road. Yuck.
Talk to me, Jovan.
Yeah, I'm on the Blue Jays, Tigers under. I expect a bounce back from Casey Myers. He hasn't, pitched so well, coming back from that injury. But he has been pitching decent, just not giving up a lot of runs. But he hasn't looked the same as prior to the injury. Last start wasn't so good. But these Tigers bats, man, they're ice cold. They have been really ice cold for the most part all season. When they scrape together runs, and it's usually low scoring. So, in order for them to win, they gotta keep this game as a lower scoring game, and I think they could do that in this one. I can't touch the Reds, with the opening game on, opener game, with the pitcher. Like, I can't deal with this bullpen. The bullpen's still, not up to snuff. So it's a no play for me. Otherwise, I would be on the big plus money. They've already won their two against the Dodgers. They're going for the sweep, and I don't know. I think the Dodgers come alive in this one, to be honest. So I would take the Dodgers on the run line, or get it to a point where it's plus money, whether that's -2 or -2.5. I'm not touching it regardless. Patrick Corbin, he's looking like he's on a regression train. Gave up 8. Looks like the same old Patrick Corbin.
We're all jumping here. We're all jumping.
Oh, we are, or whatever.
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean,
we all did it. Yeah.
Except for because there's a lot of 135 games. But now I'll leave that alone. Listen, Chris Sale, wish we had players like that. There's one of those things where he was injured damn near the whole time he was with the Red Sox, stealing money. Then all of a sudden he gets traded, and now he's Randy Johnson reincarnated. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The only way you could go with this one for me is Braves on run line, because they give him enough support in his starts, and he's not giving up much. And you got Martin Perez on the other side, who is showing, just like Patrick Corbin, that he's regressing to the same old pitcher that he has been for years. So that's really the bottom line on that one. And with the Red Sox, it's just one of those things where Tanner Howe gives them the best opportunity to win. He's been pitching real good this season. He's pitching with a mean streak. He can go deep in the games, and they might need him to go a full 9 in order to get a win if he has that stuff going today. So I look for them to avoid the sweep. I'm not taking it personally, but no, don't be surprised if they pull out a win.
2 dogs for me. They just both got to get played. We're fading the Dodgers and Yamamoto, and we're fading the Braves and Chris Sale. It just has to be done. Both teams are not playing well right now. They both lost back-to-back games, and they're still priced 240, 210, -210. If you've been betting against them these 2 series, you're already up a pretty penny. So you got a couple extra dollars to throw, fading their ass again. When the starter gets cranked, it's usually by the random one-off team. So I would not be surprised at all if today's the day where Chris Sale gets his ass lit up just out of nowhere by the Pirates.
I'd be shocked, man.
I would not be.
Even if he does, Martin Perez, straight ass. He's going to give up 25 runs, man. He stinks.
Right. Give me the Pirates straight up.
Oh, God. I'll bet you 10 hats.
I'm good.
I'll bet you 20 hats.
I'll take the Pirates.
I'll bet you catalog. I'll give you 5-1.
I'm good. I'll bet my book, and I'll continue to cash fading the Braves like I've done this series.
I have done. I had the Pirates as a premium yesterday. I'll gladly bet you 3-1 hats on that game.
I don't want your money. I want the book's money because I'm taking it with the Pirates. And I'm taking the opener with the Reds, bro. I'm sorry. It's bad. I'm using my NBA handicap here. You know what I mean? It's kind of what I'm doing. It's bad spots for both teams, bro. They're on extended road trips, not playing their best baseball right now, and you're getting damn near 2-1 on both. Sign me up every day of the week. I mean, I've really gotten over the starting pitcher wave. I'm over it. I'm over it. That's what the value is. Braves, fading their ass. Dodgers, I'm fading their ass. I lean towards the Brewers as well. You know, everybody here has already pretty much said what they've said. Red Sox at home, they're just not a play. So you're gonna give me plus 130-ish with the Brewers, who are the better team on the road. Sign me up. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. All right, fellas.
You realize the Braves are hitting 305 versus
I'll give you
pitching over the last 10 games.
Give me 5-1.
Martin Perez. They're going to get killed.
You want to do it? You want to bet it?
I'll bet whatever you like. You're going to get killed.
I'll take a Pirates hat.
All right. You want to go 3? I'll give you 3 if you beat me. You're going to pick any 3 teams, and I'll just take the Braves.
All right, cool.
I'll give you 3-1.
Let's do it. I can use 3 hats. 3 more add to the collection. Martin throw at the gym randomly. He do. I know Martin.
Braves just crush lefties.
Let's see.
Batter them.
We got the Mariners and the Nationals. We got the Royals and the Rays, the Giants and the Mets, and the O's and the White Sox. Jovan, you want to start this slot, my man?
Yeah, why not? We'll start with good old Patrick Corbin, you know, and his filth. You know, the problem with this game is the Seattle Mariners, they're not hitting lefties well. So, you know, Patrick Corbin could get by. You know, so really this is a no play for me. I just, wanted to shit on Patrick Corbin real quick because, he's made me a lot of money over the years. But
we've all been there.
Keep on rolling with the Giants. I mean, I was gonna hold it as a premium, but nah. If you watch that Mets game and you saw those fans, the look on their faces when they was giving it up in the late innings, it's what a sight to see. Love seeing Mets fans, miserable like that. And until they could get their late inning, bullpen woes, get that on the other, reversed, then you basically got to fade these guys. They have a good team as far as, the makeup, the players on their team, but their bullpen, man, they're just trash, and the Giants, they just proved that they could, keep on coming back. So in late inning situations. So keep on rolling with them and for them to go for the sweep and get it. What's the other 2?
We did
Rays, Royals, Orioles, White Sox.
Yep.
Yeah. The White Sox was one of my only losses yesterday. Late inning style once again.
It's cold.
It's just one of those things where if you're gonna back the White Sox, you're gonna have to take the bullpen out of it, take them first 5. It's really that simple. I mean, you could throw money at it, keep, and hope that their bullpen holds it together, but why do that? Just take them first 5.
There you go. Sean, talk to me.
Yeah, I'd like to take the Nationals here again today because we know the Mariners right now. They're not playing well. Haven't been playing well since the first 2 games of that Yankee series. But the thing with Patrick Corbin is that the Nats, they leave him in there whether he's pitching well, which is rare, or pitching poorly, which is pretty much every other start. He's still going to go 6 innings. They don't lift him from the game. He's just kind of like an inning eater for the Nats. So it's tricky backing them with him on the mound because you don't know exactly. He's going to get probably hit hard. You're going to need that Nats offense to get to the Mariners staff here. So lean to Washington again after they cashed for us yesterday. Orioles. I've bet the Orioles every game in this series. I don't like the spot here today against the White Sox. Garrett Crochet has been really good for Chicago. If the O's are going to lose a game in this series, this is the one. And Mets Giants, you have to look at the Giants here again. Sean Manaea was on the Giants last year. I still don't think he's a great pitcher at this stage of his career, even though he's had some good starts here this year with the Mets. Logan Webb's been really good against these Mets hitters. So the only guy that's hit him is Starling Marte. He's 7 for 15, but the rest of the entire Mets order right now, they're 20 for 103 off Logan Webb with 6 extra base hits. So 6 extra base hits and 103 at bats. I'll take my chances with the Giants here today with Webb able to go deep into the game.
Rod Zawacki.
For me in this time slot, yeah, I'm going to go right back to the Nationals. You look at Seattle in the spot. I think Seattle just wants to go home. This has been a long, extended road trip for Seattle, and you can tell they're looking like they're running out of gas. Game 10 of this extended road trip. And as a couple guys before me said, they don't hit lefties well at all. Their last 5, they're hitting a $145 versus lefties, which equates to 1 run over 9 innings. I like the under. And I like the Nationals to send Seattle on their way home with another loss in that one. And then the other one in this time slot that I like, you got to go right back to the Giants. The Giants just love beating the Mets on the road. They won 9 straight as the favorite on the road versus the Mets and not getting off that train. Giants are hitting the ball as well. Mets are not doing nothing. You can poke them with a stick. They're not doing so good. Beat the Giants.
Right.
Yeah, I like this time slot a lot here. I'm on the Giants as well. I'd rather Logan Webb than Manaea. And then the Giants, I mean, those bats are getting hot. 7 or more runs in 4 straight games. So you got a stud like Logan Webb on the mound, and the bats are clicking. I'll take that all day. Give me the Royals again. This is my favorite team in the MLB right now. Everything's clicking. They just keep winning me money. I'm not going to stop taking them. Simple as that. Until the wheels fall off. But give me the Royals again. And then Washington, Seattle. This under seems too easy, but I'm going to take it. I understand Patrick Corbin's on the mound, but these have been 2 of the most profitable under teams all season long. Let's see. I think the Mariners ranked 29th in total runs in the league. The Nationals ranked 25th. Both these offenses are lackluster, and I'm a big Brian Wu guy, so I see this being like a 6-2 type game. I think Seattle wins because I'd rather Wu than Corbin, but loving the under there.
I think he said he's a Brian Bitler fan.
Woo.
Brian Wu.
Woo. Ooh. Ooh.
Brian, talk to me.
All right, for me, well, I think if the Royals win today, I might retire from gambling. But as far as these other games go, I have to agree with everybody and jump on the bandwagon. The San Francisco Giants winners of 4 straight. Logan Webb, I don't think we've seen the best from him yet. And Sean Manaea, he's a career about a 5 ERA guy. I just think the Mets keep on losing, so the Giants are a solid play. I'll take the Chicago White Sox on the money line. Garrett Crochet, that's 24 innings pitched, 1 run given up. Hopefully he can go 7 today. I like the White Sox on the money line.
I hate to be Mr. Opposite today, but I guess I just got to be. I'm all over the Mets today, and I never bet the Mets. I'm fading the hell out the Giants today. It just sets up beautifully to do it. Everybody humping up on them. They playing well. Logan Webb. Bro, this team is not that good. They're just not. They're also on an extended road trip. Bounce back game here for the Mets. Hey, that's just how I see it. I know they blew it up in extras yesterday, but Logan Webb and Sean Manaea's numbers are not as far apart as you guys are trying to make it seem. They're just not. They're just not. And hey, I'll take a shot with the home dog here, trying to end the losing streak in the Mets for fading a 50-50 overrated Giants team. Sign me up. So I'll take the Mets today. I'll also fade all y'all ass and take the Rays, man. I'm taking the Rays at home with Taj Bradley. Michael Wacha is the worst guy in that rotation. We all know that. Royals are playing really, really, really well right now, and I usually don't take Tampa, but I just got a gut feeling to roll with them today, man. So Taj Bradley's been an eye since coming back. I know his last outing wasn't all that great, but we know he has some good stuff. Better than what Wacha is producing is all I'm saying. Solid home outing for my guy Taj Bradley today. I'm on the Rays, fading the Royals. And the price is too far gone for me here in this series with the Mariners and Wu. -170. Maybe stick it in a parlay. Who? Well, it's Corbin. He's ass. I don't even have to say much more. And Woo's been that guy. So I'll put the Mariners in a parlay or something today. Talk to me, Mitch.
Yeah, I love the Giants here. Everyone knows I've taken the Giants every game for the last 7 years on my videos and on these shows, and I've taken a lot of heat in the YouTube comments for it and for Brian Bittler, who is on the Giants today, and it must have really just killed him to take him because he knows I've taken the Giants all those times. But the thing about the Giants is that they're generally treated like a small market team, even though they are a very big market team, fourth biggest TV market in the country. Now, the thing is about the Giants, which I don't know how Jay sees that Webb and Manaea are the same pitcher when Webb's got a 1.89 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's been straight fire. And then the Giants also against left-handed pitching, where the Giants have been hitting the cover off the ball, any way you slice it. But against left-handed pitching over their last 10 games, hitting 354 against left-handed. That's like George Brett type numbers, man, as a team. Hitting 354 against left-handed pitching over the last 10 games. And not only, like Jovan said, or the Giants keep coming back, they now are tied for the major league lead in comeback wins this season with the Atlanta Braves, who were the comeback kings earlier this season. Now the Giants, in just their last, they now have 4 road comeback wins in a row. Yesterday we talked about how they had 3 road comeback wins in a row for the first time by 4 runs or more, first time that anyone's done that since 1930. This Giants team, way underestimated. They're a big market team, and they mean business, man. They are rolling. And expect them to make some trades and to really bolster this lineup because the Giants traditionally wheelers and dealers and big spenders, and look for all of that to happen this season. These guys are finally hitting their groove. They had a lot of new faces and a lot of new names this year. Took a little while to get the chemistry going, but it's going. And meanwhile, Diaz is scrubbed now for the Mets, and Duvall will not be pitching today.
Look at the last 5 games for both pitchers and tell me Logan Webb has been the better pitcher than Sean Manaea. Just say it.
I'm just saying over the last 3
Over the last 5. I want to look at the last 5.
Last 3.
Last
the
5.
Most relevant are the last 3.
I want to talk last 5. I want to talk last 5.
Let me see what the numbers
look at the last 3 for Logan Webb on the road. He done lost all 3. Right, Red Sox.
Loss doesn't matter. It's a loss. I don't look at wins and losses for starting pitchers. It's not a relevant statistic. Wins and losses are not relevant stats for starting pitcher. It's not something I ever look at. I couldn't tell you the record of any pitcher in baseball, and I watch every game and I cover every game. That's how much wins and losses matter for a starting pitcher. I couldn't tell you one of them of any pitcher in all of baseball. I couldn't tell you one pitcher's record. And I watch every game every single day and study every single game every single day. That's how meaningless that stat is.
What about the other stats I just hit you with? It's just 3.
Well, I'm looking it up, man. I'm looking it up.
For him on the road.
I'm looking it up, Jay. I don't have it on the top of my head here. Logan Webb's last 5, he's 1-4, but he's got a 2.40 ERA. Manaea has a 1.40 ERA. So look who has he played?
That's what I'm saying.
Marlins, Phillies, Cardinals, Cubs,
That's all I'm saying.
Giants.
That's all I'm saying. Y'all, everybody just trying to write off Sean Manaea like he has. Look at them numbers.
I'm not writing him off like he's ass. I'm just saying the Giants are hitting 354 versus left-handed pitching, and the Mets ain't hitting nothing.
They ain't finna hit Manaea today. All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, we can go another hat on this one, man. I'm gonna have a box showing up in my house because this is about as easy as it gets. I'll give you a 1.5 in this one also if you'd like.
Take him straight up.
All right. Sure enough, I'll get you straight up. Well, you'll get what 1.4 hats if we go to the actual odds. We'll send you a quarter of a hat. I need a hat and a quarter, man.
All right,
want a little hat, we can have like a little hat.
We're just gonna get like one of those those Sunday hats or the Sunday.
Oh, don't even get me started. Where are mine? I don't even know where mine are. All my ice cream hats.
We ain't seen them in a minute.
Yeah, I don't know where they are. I think I took them out of the studio. All my ice cream hats.
They're probably in the stuff closet.
There's some. My wife might have cleaned them up. But
she buried them under something.
Everyone knows I've had quite a few helmet Sundays in my day. Then I have Rays Royals. I agree with Jay. I think Taj Bradley's a better option. Waka has pitched a lot better over his last 3 starts than his numbers are for the season. Of course, the Royals absolutely red hot. But I'll tell you what, I think they got a little bit lucky yesterday. They turned that double play, man. The Rays had him. They had him dead to rights. The Royals, they let him off the hook. They let them turn the double play and got to extras. They had the game won. They had 1 out with bases loaded in the tie game, man. They got to get the ball either out to the outfield or even just a bunt, man. A squeeze play would have worked there better than a hard hit ball to the shortstop. I don't know what they were doing, man. And Nationals, Mariners, I agree with what Rod said. The Mariners just want to, I don't even know if they want to go home. They just don't even want to play. It's like, they stink, man. It's like all the American League West teams stink is really what's going on here. They all stink. And I'm going to take the Nationals. I think we just fade the American League West. It stink, man. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. The Rangers, man, I mean, I don't even know what the hell they're doing. They don't even know what they're doing. They're like, nobody wants to pitch. They didn't have a starting pitcher name because how about you want to go? Nah, I'm good.
Look at the IL, and you'll see they're all right there.
Maybe Ruffalo will go there. Ruffalo, you
we
can
got
go
3
to
guys
Texas,
left.
you can do the shot put pitch. Like he's a former high school shot putter. You can do the spin move. Woo-hoo. Carb on up before the games.
I could throw an Ephus pitch. I could throw an Ephus pitch, 45.
I'm telling you, they're taking open auditions. It's tough to say because this is the deal with the Rangers. And you guys, all you guys in the comments, mark my words on this one. Okay, we can only hope that they stink it up pretty good in the recent. And I don't mean anything against Jay here. We can only hope they stink it up because they will get DeGrom back. They will get Eovaldi back. They're going to get Jung back. Seager's going to be full tilt. They're going to have all these guys back. And all we can hope is everybody just thinks about how they got their ass kicked by the sorry-ass Twins on May 26th. You know, it's like that's the hope, you know, is that we're going to get good value on this team like we did down the stretch last year. That's the hope here because, you know, when they get those guys back in, obviously they're a different team. And DeGrom, we're going to have to pay DeGrom prices on. But, you know, everybody else, man, we're going to get some. I mean, that lineup, man. The Rangers aren't hitting. Yeah, they're missing 3 silver sluggers, you know, out of the lineup. And of course they're not hitting. Boy, you know. Sometimes watching this many games actually does come. And the White Sox, man, I hate your guts after what you did to me yesterday. Hate your guts, but I'll take them today with Crochet.
You love Crochet.
Hate him. I was so mad. My wife was like, "What are you so mad?" Like, she's like, "Not again." I'm like, "Again." I always do this, man. So bad.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I'll go through them quick. I like the under in the first 5 in that Orioles-White Sox game. I just think it's going to be a pitcher's duel through the first 5. Crochet's been great with the strikeouts, and Kyle Bradish could probably hold down the White Sox offense. I could easily see 1, maybe 2 runs scored in the first 5 in that game. So the under in the first 5. One of my favorite first 5 plays on the entire card is that the Seattle Mariners laying the half a run. For me, it doesn't matter who's up against them on the other side. Teams just show up and they use Patrick Corbin as batting practice. Brian Woo's been outstanding in his starts this season. The Mariners 3-0 in the first 5 in each of his first 3 starts. So give me the Mariners laying the half around the first 5 there. I'm on the Giants as well. Until the Mets figure out that a baseball game is 9 innings and the bullpen actually shows up. Yeah, give me the Giants there. Chaminade is a decent starter, but we already saw Logan Webb dominate the Mets earlier this season. Granted, that game was at home, and he's a better home pitcher, but I still think that's enough here for me to back him. And give me the Royals here. You have the haves versus the have-nots right now, and the Royals, yeah, you know, they had a lucky break yesterday, but sometimes you just got to make your own breaks and just keep riding that until the ball doesn't bounce their way anymore. So give me the Royals there at plus money.
Fair enough. Next slot. We got the Rangers and the Twins, the Phillies and the Rockies, the Guardians and the Angels, and the Astros and the Athletics. Hey, one thing that I will not do is be square as hell and try to take every team that's winning the series to just sweep every team. That's just not what I'm looking to do today. That's just not what I'm looking to do today. What I'm looking to do today is find the team that's avoid getting swept. That's what I'm looking to do today. So if y'all like all these square ass teams to continue to do it, fair enough. But me personally, I'm not. So with that being said, yes, I know my Rangers are ass. I know the Twins are playing well. They're the 50-50 Twins. I'm fading their ass. I don't even care who's on the mound for the Rangers. It's a bullpen game, probably. I'm starting to see the pieces come together. Seager's starting to heat up. He's the heart and soul of the team. When he heat up, they're gonna be fine. Like Mitch he just went through it. We're hurt, bro. But that don't make the Twins good, is all I'm saying. That don't make the Twins a minus 170 favorite, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That Rockies was probably my worst loss of the season yesterday. Oh my God. They had it.
Clearly, you didn't have the White Sox, man, because that was gruesome.
I think the Rockies was worse. They were leading the entire game, and then gave up 6 in the top of the ninth. Sickening. They had the game won and gave up 6. Hey, but all in all, man, they're what? They've won 5 of their last 6 in Colorado. We've seen teams go to Colorado and die recently. I don't feel like the Phillies have played all that well here in the series. Both games they had to win late. Plus 175 on the Rockies, Kyle Quantrill, Suarez, I get it. This one is not making the premium area today because Suarez, I know Mitch don't care about starting record, but I kind of look at it a little bit. And it's hard to argue with 9-0. It's hard to argue against it. It really is.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
It matters 0.
It does a little bit.
It matters 0, man.
It does a little.
It matters 0.
For you, it may not. To some, it matters some.
It shouldn't matter to anybody. It doesn't matter.
That's your story.
The record doesn't matter. The only thing that matters are the numbers, the underlying numbers, because starting pitchers only go 5, 6, 7 innings these days. 7 tops, man.
They do.
It's like
I understand
they don't fact. It's like it doesn't matter, man. It's like
it does.
What's the Phillies team batting average? Where does that rank? Where does that rank amongst team in the majors?
But
that's really what what you're saying.
That's still 3/4 of the game that they're responsible for. Like it just is what it is. Like
he hasn't gotten an average of 3/4 of the game.
Is it the end all be all? No.
He hasn't gone an average of 3/4 of the game.
Absolutely nothing. No. It means a little something.
He averages 6 innings a game, so it's 66%.
And he's 9-0. The Phillies seem to back him up.
It really doesn't matter.
It does matter. We can argue this for the rest of the season.
It's a record. We could argue this well beyond the regular season, man. Starting pitcher record, reliever ERA. These numbers you throw out the window. They do not matter.
I'm saying I want to take the Rockies today, fellas. I can't do it, though. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I mean, you look at some of these games. 10-5. He got the win.
What I can do
14-3. It's like I think I like Dane Dunning's chance in 14-3. To be honest. Right. It's like 7-0, 5. He hasn't won every single time he's pitched. They've scored at least 5 runs. It's like, what his record. What his record would be like. For a team that doesn't get any support off. Like, I mean, who was the guy yesterday that was Reese Olson? 2.18 ERA, 0-5. It's like, I mean, he obviously Suarez has pitched well. He's got I could see you saying, well, 1.36 ERA, 40 hits over 66 innings, 68 strikeouts, better than a strikeout per inning. He's only given up 4 home runs and 12 walks. All those things are unbelievable.
And I see
but the record, nobody cares. Man.
It's also unbelievable. 9-0.
It's irrelevant.
It's
irrelevant, man.
It's not irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, it is. It's because look at the run support he's been getting.
I don't care. Honestly, we're talking in circles. There's nothing you two guys can tell me That it's irrelevant.
Well, I would say if you asked 100 real baseball people,
I don't care.
100 will say it doesn't matter.
I could care less what they think. This is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well,
9-0 this season is something relevant. And you, no matter how you try to slice it to me, I'm not going to listen.
It
means
and
that's
nothing.
enough for me to not take the Rockies today. Is all I'm saying.
It means
that's
nothing.
enough for me to not want to take a shot on the Rockies.
It means zero.
So that's your story, my man. I'll take a shot at the A's too, though, here in this last slot. So give me I did a lot of talking here, didn't really take a lot. Give me the Rangers and give me the
did a lot of talking, didn't really say much.
Yeah. I call it steady. And I'll take the A's. Talk to me, bitch, what you like it.
Me?
Yeah, sure.
I like the Phillies. I like the Phillies. I actually like the under in that game. Quantrill's actually pitched really, really well, and I think if you look at the at this particular matchup, I think Quantrill's numbers are super impressive this season. Man. It's like it's one thing to have be Ranger Suarez and all that stuff, and he has great numbers. I'm not gonna take it away from despite the 9-0 record or whatever it is. But Cal Quantrill with a 3.59 ERA and a 2.00 ERA in his last 3 starts. The guy pitches at Coors Field, man. You just don't see mid-3 ERAs from Rockies pitchers, man. You just do not see it. And this guy's been outstanding. I wonder what Suarez's ERA and record would be if he played for the Rockies then Coors Field. Big difference. I was up, right? All right. Then, what are the other games? I got all carried away there. Twins, Rangers. Ruffalo's pitching for the Rangers. I like Ruffalo in that one. I'll take a Ruffalo. Franchise player. Guardians, Angels look super trappy, but I don't care. Super trappy hasn't really meant anything this season, man. There's been a lot of super trappies and also line movement that has indicated, super trappy, but it has not come into fruition, man. We've gone through a bunch of these games where it was like, remember with Romanelli, I'm worried the Mets line that time. I was like, they got slaughtered. And I think this is probably similar. Detmers has been just an absolute dumpster fire. He started the season with 4 strong starts, and since then, oh man, he's worse than Martin Perez. I'm going to put him in the worst than Perez. I'm going to put him into the Andrew Kashner, Jordan Lyles type framework here. He's got an ERA over 10 over his last 3 starts. You throw in the way the Guardians have just been machine-like, man, through this run. Just no vulnerabilities whatsoever, and hitting left-handed pitching at 280 clip over the last 10 games. It's gonna be this. They look robotic.
Why does Fiddler look like he's chomping at the bit to kick the Angels?
Well, because he's going to tell us how sharp he is, and then
come on, Ben Lively.
Fiddler is taking the Angels as many times as I've taken the Giants.
Listen, Reed Detmers has a much better arm talent than Ben Lively. He's lucky to be where he's at right now. He's got, I don't know.
And what about everything else? What about the everything else about these two teams? I think
I'm a sucker for the LA Angels.
Pirates was slightly better than Mitch Keller. It didn't matter, man, because of the everything else. You got to make the whole pizza, man. The whole pizza. It's like he's in trouble, man. This is a bad day for the Angels. It's been a bad series and gets worse, man. Because Reed Detmers, and I say this in all sincerity, straight ass. I like the Astros here against the A's too. It's a sad but true story. The American League West has allowed the Astros back into this thing when they didn't have to. Nobody else was willing to shut the door on them. They needed to put some distance between the Astros and themselves, and nobody went out and did it. And now they're going to pay the price because, like the Rangers, the Astros have been really banged up and missing a lot of guys and missing a lot of starting pitchers. And they've been doing it with patchwork pitching staff and all that stuff. And eventually they're going to be healthy too. and McCullers is going to be back, right? And then it's going to be, everybody else. Every starting pitcher they have in the rotation outside of Javier has been on the injured list this season for the Astros, and we're not even a third of the way through the season. I mean, there's been chances to put this team away. They just haven't been able to do it. So now you pay the piper, and the Astros are really hitting the ball well now too. Brooks is he just doesn't do it. I loved him yesterday. The A's
suspension now. You want Blanco off the suspension?
Well, it was the stickiest stuff he'd ever seen. It's kind of like the scene from Rudy. It's the most beautiful sight these eyes have ever seen. But the Astros are hitting 305 over the last 10 versus right-handed pitcher. I'm taking the Astros.
Float, franchise player.
Yeah, hopefully Reed Detmer's arm talent can sustain because keeps pitching like this, he's going to be flipping burgers in a month. I'm going to take the Cleveland Guardians. It's one of those things where it's just until the hot hand starts failing, I'm going to start riding it. And the Cleveland Guardians have been one of the better teams in baseball over the last month, in the month of May, against left-handed pitching. They've got the far better bullpen as well, even if the starters don't factor into the decision. So I'm going to take the Guardians there.
So here, sorry for interrupting, Chris. I'm reading the comment. Blanco's first game back from the suspension, all this other stuff. But it's like what you're discounting is that the Astros are also hitting 305 versus right-handed pitching. I mean, it's just like, kind of like a few of the pitchers that are set for regression. Lively, yeah, he's set for regression. Definitely, man. He's a run higher over his last 3 starts than he's been. Plus, this is a guy with his career. I mean, implosion. I mean, he's made a career out of the implosion. It doesn't make Reed Detmers better, and it doesn't make the Guardians not hitting the cover off the ball. I don't care what you say. Just like Manaea's pitched really well. It doesn't mean the Giants aren't hitting 354 off of left-handed pitching, And the Braves not hitting left-handed pitching, right? Below 200 versus left-handed pitching over the last 10 games. It doesn't mean that Martin Perez is going to come out and throw a gem. It just ain't gonna happen, man. Jay loves the association. It's kind of like the Kevin Bacon game, 6 degrees of bacon. Jay's is like the 6 degrees of Texas. Any affiliation with Texas, it's like he ate at Texas Roadhouse. It's like he's in. It's like
Oh my god. Continue, Roof. Continue.
Sorry, Chris.
I know this pitcher whose grandfather's sister's cousin was an extra in an episode of Dallas. Dallas counts.
There it is. Larry Hagman.
All right. Yeah.
JR. Right. JR Ewing. His initials are JR. JR Ewing. Dallas. Texas.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the Phillies as well here. It sucks because alternate lines don't even get you a whole ton of value. -2.5 is plus 106, but it's just like so you have a reason to fade Ranger Suarez when he's on the mound for the Phillies. I'm not doing it. I mean, his last 9, they're the team's last 9 wins. They're 10-0 with him on the mound this season. 9 of those wins have come by 3 or more runs. The last 9 at least. Scored 5 or more runs in all of his starts this season, so the offense is backing him up. Kyle Quantrill's having one of the best seasons of any Rockies started this year, but I just think the Phillies get to the Rockies here, win by a few. I'm going to take the over 8 in that Twins-Rangers matchup. Yeah, Manoah's losing that. I'm taking the over 8 in that one. If it's a Rangers bullpen game, the Rangers have had the worst bullpen in baseball over the last couple weeks. Pablo Lopez historically has been a better road pitcher in his time with the Twins. Struggles at target field, so give me the over 8.
Brian.
Well, I hate to go against my good friends Chris Ruffalo and Mitch Wilson, but I just to start, I definitely love the Colorado Rockies today. Over the history of the Phillies, they always seem to struggle in Colorado. Kyle Quantrill's been fantastic last 25 in the third innings, and I don't buy Ranger yet for the Phillies. I know he has a phenomenal record, but he's played a lot of weak competition other than the Atlanta Braves. So for me, I'll take the Rockies on the money line. And Guardians and Angels, you see the Guardians at -115 to -120. This team's won 8 straight games. Just to me, and these type of plays have not been working this baseball season. That is for sure. But my first response is it seems like everybody in the world would be in the Cleveland Guardians and Philadelphia Phillies today. I'm just going to go opposite of that. I think Reed Detmers is in store for a good game today. Maybe I'm a sucker for the Angels, but I'm backing them here today.
Brett.
Yeah, I'll take the under in that Phillies-Rockies game. We saw the first game of the series was low scoring. If there wasn't 7 runs scored in that ninth last night, that would have been another low scoring one. And this has been the best pitching match.
Had to remind me, Brett. You just had to remind me again.
I'm sorry, man. I had to say it. That was crazy. But this is the best pitching matchup we had so far this season. Like Mitch said, Cal Quantrill, he was someone I was going to fade this season, but no, he's actually looked really good. So like the under there. And then, yeah, it's square as hell. It's trappy as hell, but give me the Guardians. I got to ride with the hot hand, man. They're the most profitable team in baseball right now. Until they lose, I'm going to keep riding it with these odds.
Zwacky.
And for me in this time slot, I'm going to take the Rockies to beat the Phillies here in this one. Ranger Suarez, sure. He shut down the Rockies once. That was at home already this season, the last trip that he made coming in to Colorado. He only went 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, and gave up 3 earned runs. Rockies hit 283 versus left-handed pitching at home. All the squares, everybody, everywhere I see is all like, "Whoa, Ranger Suarez is a freebie. It's the bingo card slot." No, thanks. Not doing it. He's got a career ERA of like 4. And coming into Colorado, he's going to get rocked. Everywhere I see is like, "We're trying to make it extended. Yeah. Let's take 2.5, 3.5. Yeah, they can do it." No, they can lose this game outright.
Heard it in a while.
Yeah, exactly. Time for a loss. Not handing out free Ranger Suarez money today. Are the books? Give me the Rockies in that one. And I know everybody's hopping up on the Guardians with good reason. The Angels, they got 6 wins at home this season. I don't see that changing. The weird line that we seen yesterday was another one with the Yankees. They had some big plus money and they were begging everybody to take the Yankees money. Well, guess what? They did, and we got the win. Same with the Royals. I've been giving you another nice plus money on the Royals, and we just keep cashing. So I'll take the Guardians and keep cashing. 2 I like in the spot. Love the Rockies here today.
Sean.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick with the under in the first 5 innings in the Rockies-Phillies game here. Ranger Suarez obviously pitching well this season. Current Rockies 14 for 61 off him, only 2 extra base hits. And Cal Quantrill, Mitch talked about him, pumped him up a little bit. He's done pretty well against the Phillies. Current Phillies hitters 13 for 67 off of him. Kyle Schwarber is really the only guy that's got to him. He's got 3 home runs, but he's also 3 for 14 off him. So I'll go with the under in the first 5 innings there. I think you can get it at 5. The thing with the Rangers is, we talked about this yesterday. You want to get behind them at some point, but you got to wait till that streak comes to an end, and then I think you start backing them. I think that's how we handle that. So I think I'll probably lay off that. I'm not interested in the Twins at -160, -170 here today. It seems like Pablo Lopez, good pitcher, but he's always on the mound. They always seem to give him no support, so I'll stay away from that one. Yeah, it's my only 2 on that time slot.
Jovan.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot with the Twins on the run line. Just one of those things. It really doesn't matter who's on the mound for the Rangers. I still don't see a starter for them, but regardless of who they put on the mound, I think that they get rocked. And that's really the long and the short of it. Pablo Lopez, he should have a quality start and then pass it on to a bullpen that'll shut the Rangers down. So I look for a multiple run win in this one for the Twins. With Houston, I've been saying it, and I'm on record on the show saying that by the 4th of July or by the All-Star break, the Houston Astros will be in position. And it's games like this that they should and most likely will win, and they'll win it by multiple runs. So I'm gonna take them on the run line as well, especially after losing yesterday's game.
There you go. Last slot. I'm coming right back to you, Javon. We got Yankees, Padres, Cubs, Cardinals, and Marlins, Diamondbacks. Last 3.
The Yankees have handled the top line pitching of the San Diego Padres. You know, they took care of you, Darvish. You know, took care of Dylan Cease, and they're gonna take care of Java Joe. You know, it's really that simple. Their bachelors is way too hot. You know, and you know, it's just one of those things where you don't want to face the Yankees lineup where they're cracking ass. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I expect them to get another dub and sweep the Padres.
Sean.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Marlins in the first 5 innings here. So D-backs are going to give Blake Walston his first start of his career. Minor league numbers don't look very good. So this year at AAA, he's got a 4.54 ERA, 165 WHIP. That's in 35 innings. He get up to the majors and threw 3 2/3. I believe that was last week. Gave up a couple earned runs, 4 walks over the 3 2/3. I'll take my chances here with the Marlins. Don't love the way the bullpen's set up here. D-backs have actually the Marlins bullpen's been. Yeah, we haven't seen them work too much other than yesterday. So I mean, not the worst. You could sell me on the Marlins full game, but I think I'll stick with first 5 innings just to be safe here.
So wacky.
And for me in this time slot, I like the over in the Marlins in Arizona. I don't see a pitcher's duel, and Sean said that bullpen's both sides. Marlins bullpen's in Arizona's bullpen. We've seen them give up runs, so I like the over 9 in that one. And how do you get off the Yankees? They're just playing the better baseball, and the Padres just can't seem to catch a break. They put up their 2 best starters and can't get a win. Musgrove is not good. Give me the Yankees in that one. Clark Smith's been dealing. Ooh,
Schmitty
been dealing.
Brett.
Yeah, I'll take the Yankees, and then as well as I'll take the over in that game as well. I'm not a Joe Musgrove guy, and the way these Yankees bats have been hitting, I think the Yankees could get to that number of 8 just by themselves. I think San Diego will tack on a couple runs off Schmidt as well. And then I'll take a chances with the late game here. Again, give me the Cubs at plus money. I think this game is going to be a coin flip. I liked how Sonny Gray has looked, but I think there's going to be some regression at some point. Assad has looked really good as well. So we'll see. I just think getting plus money with that type of game is the way to go there.
You can't spell Assad
without
ass.
True.
Talk to me, Brian.
Yeah, I think I got hurt deeply by the San Diego Padres yesterday, but that didn't affect me. I'm right back on him today. Joe Musgrove, I think he's a career top-line pitcher, 3.82 ERA, 1.18 WHIP. We haven't seen the best from Joe Musgrove this year. I think that's ahead of him. And Clark Schmidt, I don't know. I'm not a Clark Schmidt guy, and the Yankees have been playing red-hot baseball. Everybody should be in on that minus 120, 25 number. Give me a chance here with San Diego Padres. I think Musgrove has a good game.
My one square play of the day today is the Yankees with Schmitty. I'll go squarish today and take Schmitty. I know, Brian. I know. They got me though. Schmitty been pitching well. Padres haven't really played well this series. Mitch gave him the kiss of death. He said he likes the value on them, and now they're ass. No, I'm just playing. They'll be fine. You know, they're going to compete down the rest of the season. I just don't like the spot for them here. Musgrove hasn't been great this season. Give me the Yanks. I'll take the Cardinals. I almost never take the Cardinals, but Sonny Gray, he's been solid. I know Assad's been solid too, but I don't know. It's something about home team, Sunday night baseball. It's just something about it. Not necessarily a premium or rushing to the window to lay minus 140 with the Cardinals, but I do think ultimately they win that baseball game. Marlins, Los Serpientes. I'll take an under there. I'll take an under between them two teams. That's what I'll do there. Mitch.
That was Sam barking. I'm with Brian. I think the Yankees.
Never barking.
I think the Yankees are the squarest play of the year. To be honest with you, I don't even think they're the squarest play of the day. I think it's the squarest play of the year. Why are they only minus 120? You got a guy with a 0.89 ERA in his last 3 starts, or 1.29. I don't remember. It's in that range. Over his last 3 starts, sub 3 ERA for the season against Joe Musgrove. He's got like a 6 ERA for the season, 7 through his last 3 starts. The Yankees have been hitting the cover off the ball here against the Padres. There is nothing here that says the Yankees shouldn't be a minus 175 favorite. And on the public action side, if the books did put them out as a 175 favorite, they would get it. They would get action at plus 175. So not only do the books want action on the Yankees here, they want a lot of action on the Yankees because they have put out such a bettable number here in a spot that looks like an absolute layup of layups. I'm not always a big believer in all this other stuff, and you don't see me say it, but this is like one of those things. It's like, I mean, I understand Brian's case on Detmers and the Angels because Detmers is a better pitcher than a 10.0 ERA guy. I mean, he is better, but it doesn't mean the Guardians aren't hitting the cover off the ball. But the Yankees are hitting the cover off the ball. They're hitting the long ball, and Joe Musgrove's been terrible, man. He has been terrible. And these games in this series haven't been close. It's not like, oh, the Padres, I just spilled water all over me. I got all this. The Padres got off to a good start in game 1. They were winning 1-0, I think, but outside of that, this has been all Yankees. How is this line where it is? It doesn't make any sense at all. And when it doesn't make any sense, oh, man, sometimes, I mean, not only does it not make sense, this makes the least sense of any line the entire season. So I'm going to call the Yankees the squarest play of the season. I would take the Padres first 5. I would take the Padres team total over. I would take the Padres to win the game, reverse run line, everything.
Can I give a little rebuttal quickly?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
The thing is, it's not like the Padres aren't always. The thing is, the Padres are always priced like this, so it's not really that crazy. And it still is.
Yeah, but the Yankees aren't.
But it's the Padres, though. It's two sides of the coin. The Padres are overrated, overvalued, and they've been the last 2 seasons too. So,
yeah, but coming off of the last 2 days, okay, in this
care.
Padres-Yankees series, with Cease and Darvish getting crushed.
They do not care. They don't care.
The Bucs don't care. No.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they
don't. They give the Yankees out at plus 1 yesterday, plus 110.
Adjusted in baseball all season long. I haven't seen it. They don't adjust. There's a reason
why
the
Nationals are still priced like
absolutely
do adjust.
There's a reason why the Braves and the Dodgers are favorites every day. They don't care. They're going to price them how they price them.
Well, it doesn't go day to day, but the Yankees
got to take your layup.
There's not a number here on the board for the Padres that suggests this line with Cease with Cease pitching and Darvish pitching. It made a little bit more sense. But Joe Musgrove with the 6 or 7 ERA, I don't see it. Like with Cease, yeah, he one-hit the Cubs at Wrigley just a week ago or 2 weeks ago, right? And then
the Cubs offense
and then Darvish, he hadn't allowed a run in his last 4 starts. But Joe Musgrove, who's been getting absolutely crushed, we'll see what happens. I mean, it clearly, I'm saying the Yankees have everything stacked to their side here. But with every single person, every single comment, every single thing saying Yankees, this line hasn't moved a penny. It's like that's the other side of it too. This line has not, it's not like it's ticking up to the 130, 140, where even at 140, you don't think they would get Yankee action at minus 140, the books? Hell yeah, they would.
But you don't think they would get crazy action on Musgrove at plus money either, though? I think
they wouldn't. No, not against the most popular team in all of sports.
Man, it's the Padres.
The Yankees are the most popular, the most public of all teams in all sports is the New York Yankees.
You're right.
It's indisputable.
But in baseball, I would say the Padres are probably number 3.
No, they're not. They're not even close. Not even close. Well, let's look. Most valuable baseball franchises. I'm going to guess the Padres aren't on the list.
That's not what we're arguing. That's not what I'm arguing.
Yeah, but that is most valuable.
We don't have time.
Baseball.
We'll be here all day.
No, we won't be here all day. This is how you find out. The most valuable baseball teams, valuations 2024. Dodgers,
saying,
Yankees,
but-
right? That's
but
what they
you're acting
are.
like the Padres are not always overrated and overvalued.
It's
That's
not-
all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is that this is the square. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that the Yankees today, win or lose, this is the squarest play on the board of the entire year.
It might be, and I say
It might be, and squares win. Squares win too once in a blue moon. But I think that this is the Yankees are the squarest play of the year. If they win, well, then the Squares won the squarest play of the year.
That was yesterday.
The Squares lost the squarest play of the year. Regardless, the Yankees are the squarest play of the year, and at that price, they're double square.
Fair.
That's all I'm saying. And I love the Cardinals just like I did yesterday. Premium play on them yesterday. No premium on them today, but I love them again. The Cubs on the road, and the Cardinals are just not hit. The Cardinals are absolutely hitting the cover off the baseball recently. They're just crushing it, and the Cubs not hitting at all. When the Cubs hit in like the ninth inning, and that's it. They rally. Either they get there, they fall short. Yesterday they fell short. It was the Cardinals that rallied prior to that, and then what was the other game? Oh, Diamondbacks and Marlins. They're easy Marlins. I think that when Sean was saying the statistics on Wallstrom, I don't even know this guy, but I've never seen him. But you always have to say that when they come from the Pacific Coast League, the minor league stats, the numbers are always high. It's a hitters league, the Pacific Coast League. So you got to take some of those minor league numbers from the Pacific Coast League. It's almost like guys that always pitch at Coors. The numbers are actually a lot. They're not. It's not apples to apples. But anyway, you slice it. The Marlins should have won yesterday, man. They just could not convert all the chances they had. They out-hit the Diamondbacks in that game 11-5. They had runners on base the whole game and could not get them across the plate. Freaking Sixto went full on 70% of the batters that he faced. And that was the difference in the game. It was like the Marlins beat them. They beat them up and down the freaking field. They out-hit them 11-5 and lost by a run in a 3-2 game, man. It was like they just couldn't get the chance. They just couldn't get him across the plate. And Sixto couldn't throw the ball over the plate. And that was really the only difference. Anyways, that's all I got to say about that. I'm going to go get a towel. I'm dripping all over myself here after my emotional grande square.
Talk to me, Roof. Close us out in baseball.
Roof's like, I love the Yankees. Get a Nino's Yankee it for us.
No, I'm just going to say that he took the earphones out so I can say this. The Padres, I think, are the sharp chaser special. I think that, I get where he's coming from with the why the Yankees price like this, but it's because the Padres aren't that bad against right-handed pitching either. And Clark Schmidt's not necessarily the name brand for the Yankees. So I think the Yankees get it done. I'm going to take the under, though, in that Cubs-St. Louis game. To me, that game just feels like a 4-3 game all day. Assad's got an ERA of just over 2 on the road. Sonny Gray has an ERA just over 1 at home. The bullpens haven't been terrible for these two teams. I think it's going to be one of those back-and-forth games that gets decided late. But still think that you get the under in this one, cash. And so give me under in Cubs-Cardinals.
That concludes baseball, man. We made it. An hour and 20 minutes later, but we made it. Devon, what you selling today, my man, on this beautiful money-making Sunday?
Right now, I got an MLB 3-pack. Also have one play up for Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. I'll have some more baseball up momentarily. Got some clarity while the guys were speaking on a couple games where I was like, that was wrong, that was right. So, sometimes you need that. But anyway, I'm on a pretty good Major League Baseball run. 12-2 last 4 days in the MLB. Overall, 16-6 running the last 4 days. So looking to keep it going, jump on board with something long-term, so you get all that action running hard right now. So let's get to it.
Keep it rolling with Joe Vaughn at Pick Dogs Premium. Sean Murphy, what you selling today, my man?
Yeah, so I got 2 plays on the go today. I've got a play on the total in tonight's Mavs T-Wolves game and also a play on the total in the Sunday nighter in baseball. So we'll look to go 2-0 off that 3-1 day yesterday. And 26-9 NHL run right now. So I'm not going to have a premium on today's game, but I'm going to have one for sure on the Stars-Oilers for tomorrow night. So I'll get that up later today.
There you go. Hop on with Sean over at Pick Dogs Premiums. The Wacky. Talk to me.
Let me go on today. We had a nice fun one day yesterday, looking to keep it going. We're hot 24 hours, hot week, hot month. Today got my Supreme Sunday going. We got a 3-pack in the MLB. Went 4-0 yesterday, looking to keep it rolling there. Also got my NBA drop a dime play. We're 54-38 over the last 90 days, hitting 58% there. That's all included in the Supreme Sunday package, where you get all the MLB, all the NBA, plus I got an NHL play thrown in there as well. Join me as we continue to crush the books hot the last month.
There you go. Hop on with Wacky. Brad, you told us yesterday, man, you was going to have a good money-making Saturday.
Yes, sir. Yep. Had a nice little 3-0 day Saturday. Going to do it again today. Got another 3-pack. My best play for tonight's NBA game, as well as 2 MLB plays. I was very cold last week. I think I'm about to ricochet out back into a heater. So I'm feeling confident. I'm ready to execute again. So check out that 3-pack.
There you go. Hop on with Brad. Brian B. How you doing today, man? Tell us what you're selling.
Well, like I said, rough last 3 days for me, but overall, 12 of the last 16 days have been winning days. 7-2 last 9 titanium plays. You get my titanium best bet winner over at pickdogs.com. Just $25 gets you that one. Or you can get my ultimate contrarian 5-pack for just $50. Pickdogs.com. That's all 5 premium plays today. Off to a nice start in the WNBA 5-1. So they're going to try to keep that going.
Hop on with Brian over at Pick Dogs Premium. Franchise player, Chris Ruffalo. What you selling?
I'd say I got my my $19 pick-off play on a 10-1 run with that. Also got that as part of my Homers and Hockey's 5-pack for $49.95 over Pick Dogs, 4 MLB plays and 1 NHL play from today.
There you go. Hop on with Ruffalo. Make you some money today. Money man Mitch, talk to me.
Looking up to see what I can find out about Gerson Garabito. In the meantime, from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic, I'm going to guess this guy can play some baseball. I'm taking the Rangers. I got single play. I got a 3-pack. I've been winning a bunch of games too. I'm taking some tough losses, but still have winning days even with them because I'm playing value across the board. I don't know where I am on the leaderboard exactly, but I'm definitely on a bunch of them. So I've been winning, so you guys can crack me on picking the Padres and say it was a square bet. I don't have a premium on it, but I'm just saying you got to go where the value is. And if things look funny, to take the other side. And that's what I've been doing all baseball season. So far, so good. I think I have the lowest winning percentage of anybody who's making money betting baseball. I think probably on the entire internet. So I'll put my 50% or whatever I am up against anybody with the picks I've been making. And anyways, I don't know what I went yesterday, and I don't know any of that other stuff, but it's all available on the website. I definitely made money yesterday because I made like 30 grand personally on my bets. So cracked them big. And that was with, having the Pacers money line, and that was with having the White Sox, 2 ones that just ripping my guts out. That would have been plus 500 the other way. Instead, it's minus 200, in the standings. But anyways, such is life. That's how I play, and I'm not apologizing for it. So we'll move on. No regrets.
You guys can hop on with me over at Pick Dogs Premium. I got NBA, I got baseball. Enjoying a tremendous season in the NBA. We've been hot in the NBA. Let's keep it rolling. And then baseball. I'm on the leaderboard too. I'm under 50% on the leaderboard. Trying to find value as well. So yeah, I went 1-1 in baseball yesterday. Still came out plus money. Them damn Rockies. Happens though. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. Hop on and let's continue to make some money here at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, fellas. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Western Conference Finals Game 3. Mavs at home, at the crib, up 2-0. Laying 2.5 here in this thing. Mitch, do they take a commanding 3-0 series lead? Do we need to get them brooms out?
Well, the T-Wolves games, as we said the other day, the underdogs come out, and the Mavs not as good at home as they are on the road. I really don't like the side because I really think the Mavericks are going to win, and there's just so many things going here against them. But they are the better team, and as Javon said yesterday, they got 2 closers, man. So they're going to be a very, very tough out in games like this and in series like this. They are a very, very dangerous team right now. I really like the under in this game. I'm just hearing a lot of square overs out there. So a lot of big time squares on the over. So, and to me, it's playoff basketball. And I think that, the Timberwolves, one of the top defensive teams in the NBA, their best chance is to turn this into a game played in the octagon. And the Mavs, well, they quietly live in the octagon themselves, man, as more of a defensive team. People think that because they have Kyrie and Luka, they're all about the offense, but that's not the case. The Mavs are very much a defensive team. I think this could be first to 100 wins. So I'll go with the under.
Under for Mitch, the sexy pick.
And I like Mavs on the money line. I gave that out in the video, and I'm going to stick with it. But
it's not a bad price. I think last time I said it was minus 135. So
yeah. So I mean, because we've seen the thing is the Mavs won those games in Minnesota, but they were tight as a vice, man. So it's like I don't want to be laying points. I like them to win, but I like the under better, mostly because I see all the square action on the other side, and this is a point spread sport. So this baseball, there's not really square and sharp action. It's not really the same. But in point spread sports and totals, yes, there is, and there is absolute square action on the over here in this game.
Chris Ruffalo, talk to me.
Yeah, square action be damned. I'm sticking on the over. It's kind of played out.
Case in point.
Well, but I'm also 2-0 on the over in this series, so I could care less.
What about we could point to some other numbers too. And
but I'm just saying if we're talking about this, if we're talking about this series, I mean, it's played out like that. If it's expected to be a defensive series, even I came into this thinking that it was going to be a defensive series. But I would take the under if we were closer to the mid to high 210s. But at 207.5, still we've seen it where it's been low scoring, but in the end, it just comes down to crunch time, and these big time players are making big time shots. It's pushing up into that 210, 215 range. So I think it's kind of what we have here. It's not going to blow the total out of the water by any stretch, but I can see it getting into that again, 210 to 215 range. So give me the over.
Over for Chris Ruffalo. Brian Bittler, talk to me, my man.
Well, I agree a lot with what Mitch said. If you look back, I think 5 straight NBA playoff games are going over the number. I mean, I would just be shocked if the game went over today. But as far as the side goes, I'm going to lean here towards the Minnesota Timberwolves. If you can get the 2.5, I see it's 1.5 in some spots. I just think Minnesota is going to try to get Dallas to play their style of basketball, slow the game down. I think it's going to be a defensive game. First to 100 wins. I'll take the points in my pocket here with the Timberwolves in a tight one.
Brett.
Yeah, I'm on the under as well. Like Brian just said, I mean, 5 straight conference finals games going over. I think we're due for an under here. And I know Minnesota, they've been successful this whole regular season with their defense. And I think, they're like, all right, we're down 0-2. Their backs against the wall. They got to go back to their normal play style and really focus on the defensive perspective of this game. So I think we see an under here.
Zawacki.
And for me in this time, so I like the under as well. We see Minnesota on the road. They play their best offensive hoops on the road. And I think this is what we get here. We've seen this total go over in the first 2 couple. But I think, as Sean said, alluded to yesterday, that under, when you switch venues, I think this is the spot for the under. I also like the Timberwolves to come out shot out of the cannon like they always do and be leading in the first half. So give me the Timberwolves money line, first half, and the under full game.
2 of the worst first half money line teams going at here. Both of them stink in the first half money line. It's like negative 31 ROI combined or something. It is terrible.
But in the playoffs, the Timberwolves have been money. So
I'm just
first
saying.
half.
I'm not saying I like the Mavs or anything either. I'm just saying they both stink. It's like they both. I don't think we're gonna. I mean, it could be 25-24 at halftime. Two not very good first half teams.
Sean Murphy.
Yeah, I'm on the T-Wolves here. Seems like anytime we see a series where it seems like a foregone conclusion that one team's going to take it, the other team tends to rise up, whether it's home or on the road in Game 3. Pacers just fell short last night, but I mean, still covered the spreads, and they're missing their best player. So here we get the T-Wolves, coming in. I think Mavs are going to take this series, but I think it's going to go 5 or 6. I think the T-Wolves get one of these two. You could even play the plus money on the money line and just get the split, get a profitable split here, or just get them here tonight if they win, and then quit for the next one. So I'll go T-Wolves tonight.
Jovan.
Yeah, the problem with the Minnesota Timberwolves is that they've been letting the Mavericks, even when they've been up, they've let the Mavericks dictate the terms of how those 2 games have been played. And it's cost them in the fourth quarter of each game. So if they get back to their style of ball, and stop being exposed in the paint, then they got a shot. That said, I'm on the first quarter under because you look at the first quarters, Minnesota hasn't played the game, even though they've come out strong in both games. They need to play their style of ball, and that's on the defensive end. And they've been playing offensive ball, and it's come back to bottom in both fourth quarters, both second halves. So they want to win this game. They're gonna have to do it on the defensive end. So I like the under in the first quarter, even for them to even have a chance to win this game.
I'm on the under with all you guys, and I'm laying the points with the Mavs. Is how I see this game shaping out. Actually going back and watching both games, I don't really see a path or an avenue for the Timberwolves here. I don't. Their 2 best players have been thoroughly outplayed. Short, sweet, simple. Karl-Anthony Towns got benched Game 2 for Naz Reid. That happened. That happened. Anthony Edwards, 22 and 19 points in the series. You remember the Minnesota Timberwolves have never had a player in the conference finals. They're a really, really young team. The Mavs have the 2 best players in the series, and Kyrie and Luka. They have the more experience. Ultimately, what I think this series comes down to is the Mavs have 2 of the best shot makers in NBA history, and the Timberwolves don't have one. I love Anthony Edwards. I do. I love the player he's becoming. He's a bucket getter, but there's 2 huge differences between a bucket getter and a shot maker. These are the 2 best defensive teams in the league. When you look at the defensive numbers for full season, Timberwolves were number 1. When you look at the defensive numbers since the trade deadline, since the Mavs became the Mavs, they've been the best defensive team since the trade deadline. So I think all the defensive talk is pretty much a wash. I think when you just sit back and watch the game came down to a couple plays the other day. And I think that comes down to those same plays here. Anthony Edwards had a chance to come down, win the game. He's not a shot maker. He's a bucket getter. What did he do? He got D'd up and he threw the ball away. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, they're the 2 best, arguably, shot makers I've ever seen. They get it done in the clutch when it matters most. Are they going to bench Rudy Gobert? Is that what they're going to do? Luka is killing them off that screen, and you know what I mean? He can drop it over the top with a lob. He can finish on you. He can get the foul. It's just a bad matchup for Minnesota. It's a terrible matchup for Minnesota. Minnesota was built to beat Denver. That's what they thought that would push them into the NBA Finals. They just so happened to match up with them in the second round. I know the tide. The tides have turned sometimes in this series, in this Game 3. I would not be surprised at all if the Timberwolves punched first here in this basketball game, kind of like they did in Game 1 and Game 2. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, I see the Mavs winning this basketball game. I'm kind of with Mitch. The 2.5 does make me nervous, but I feel like it's the play. And I think, is Jaden McDaniels going to be prime Klay Thompson again like he was in Game 1? Is Naz Reid going to be prime Klay Thompson in Game 2 like he was in Game 2? Those games were at home for Minnesota. I don't see them getting that same 3-point production here. The Mavs role players haven't really played that well. PJ, Derek, where y'all at? You know what I mean? So I think they have a better game. No matter how I slice it, we might be bringing them brooms out, man. We might be bringing them brooms out. That's just how I see it, man. So.
Yeah, but you're kind of overstating it when you say that there's no way that the Minnesota Timberwolves could win this one. There's for the fact of the matter is they've led in these 2 games for the vast majority, of the series. So, they
At
played
home,
well, but
and they
it doesn't. I don't care if it's at home or on the road. That really makes no difference to me. My whole thing is this: when the chips were down, when the money was on the table, the Dallas Mavericks got it done. That's the difference of the in these two games, especially last game, because the Timberwolves, they had a sizable lead and they couldn't hold on, but that's what I say. That's why I'm saying Dallas dictated the style of play. They dictated the terms of engagement, and that's why they got back into the game and they ultimately won. Now, Minnesota can shore up, their struggles in the paint, which is kind of amazing given the fact that they have the size advantage. Then it's a whole different ball game.
What I'm asking
it remains to be
do you
seen.
think that changes? Do you think any of what you said changes? Do you see an avenue where that changes? Where Luka doesn't kill Rudy Gobert in the paint? Where the Mavs don't have the best closers in the basketball game? That's all I'm saying. I don't see those things changing. All those things you just said still hold true for this basketball game. And the Mavs are at home.
Time will tell. But the fact of the matter is this: both games, Minnesota's had the lead. They just couldn't maintain it. So if they can maintain the lead, that's all she wrote. But it's on the other side, like I said yesterday, you got 2 closers who know how to reel them back in. So, it's an interesting series and one that the Mavs have, jumped out to a 2-0 lead. So they're in position right now.
The flip side of this coin, what does give me a little pause for concern is the Timberwolves. We did just see them take 3 games out of 4 on the Nuggets, who go stupid, dummy, crazy in Denver. They won 80% of their games last 2 seasons in Denver. So I do understand what you're saying. That does make me slightly nervous. They have kind of played a little better on the road. It's just when I actually think about the X's and O's of the basketball game, I don't see anything from game 1 or game 2 changing. So that's why it puts me on the Mavs. And I like the under with you fellas as well. I think it's going to be a little more defensive game. We'll see. We'll see how it shapes out. Any other words for anybody else in this series?
Under.
All righty. I might look at some Anthony. Anthony Edwards got to go crazy today. They talking about him crazy on the media, and y'all know my argument. I said it here in the playoffs when they've been talking about you crazy for 1-2 games. You usually can expect them to have a better game. I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony Edwards had 25 plus today off pure aggressiveness, just being more aggressive, attacking the basket. So I might look at some of his overs. All right, let's talk some hockey, and then let's get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Panthers and the Rangers. 1-1 series. We're in Florida with it, though. Florida, -160. Mitch, you got anything here in hockey?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they do.
Old logo. New logo. There you go. Ruffalo, Mr. Wraparound. Talk to me.
I'm going to take a shot on the Rangers plus money and the under. Show me where the Panthers should be -162.
I couldn't name one Panthers player.
Exactly.
Not one.
I know. I'm just saying.
No. Kachuk, because I saw he had the fight and his dad was in the scandal.
There you go.
I can name one Panthers players, but I can't name one Rangers. 0.
Yeah, okay,
so,
fair enough.
There you go.
All right.
All I know is this.
Ooh la la.
Sassoon.
That's been stuck in my head for days. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh la la. Sassoon.
I just think
John, you know that commercial?
I just saw it. It was just on. It was kind of had a bit of a moment there on Twitter. I think a couple.
Oh, really?
Weeks
We're
ago.
the ones that broke it out.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, it resurfaced. Maybe I saw you post it.
I
don't
think
know.
So. Did one of you guys post it? I didn't
know.
see
I
it.
just happened to see it. I happened to see it floating around because it's
You think someone posted it from us? I bet.
I don't know.
I bet.
I don't know. I saw. I thought maybe.
I didn't hear anybody else talking about it.
Well, you brought it up, and it's funny because it's fresh in my mind because, it's just from a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know if someone retweeted something or what. But, yeah, that was that was something.
Thank you, Mitch. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Ooh la la, Sassoon.
think
Brian's
it
got
should
his
be closer.
Sassoons on.
I think it should be closer to -125, -130.
Chris, you
Just
got
think
your
it's probably
Sassoons
closer.
on? You
I
wear
do not,
Sassoons?
unfortunately.
No? How
I do
about
not.
Jordache jeans? Sassoons?
They don't make them in my size. I'm gonna go with the under 5.5 as well. To me, it's just gonna be a series based on elite goaltending, physical play. First to 3 wins is a solid look for every game in this series. So give me the under.
There you go. Brian.
Yeah, this is just a lean, nothing that I bet my house home. I'm going to take the over 5.5. Much the opposite of the NBA playoffs. The 5 straight NHL games have gone under, and I just don't see how any of these teams are going to get above 2-1 score here. So I'm just going to go the opposite of my original thinking. I think it goes over the number. You're getting plus money for over 5.5.
Brad, you got some hockey for me today?
Not really loving these odds. I mean, I lean the Panthers, but don't love those odds. I've been liking the first period under 1.5s, but even that's juiced up. Everything I like in this game is just juiced up, so I'm probably just going to stay away from this one.
Hey, you've covered damn near. No, I think you have covered every single hockey game this season. Talk to me. This is a whack.
And for me in this one, I'm going to go with Biddler. We've seen these teams in the first 2 games. Yeah, it's been low scoring, hard hitting. It's going to continue, but I think the goals open up here. We've seen how many before that head-to-head. I know it's a playoff game, but I think we see some goals here in this one. We've seen a few last series with the Panthers. They've given up a few goals where it was like 6-1, 5-1. That gets us over this total, I think. I don't want to lay that kind of price with an under. It's you're having to lay some pretty good juice now with the under 5.5, and I don't want to do it. In a game that could sneak over the total. Yeah, a post goes in and another post goes in, and you easily pop an empty netter, and it's 4-2 before you know it. So I'm going to take the over 5.5 here. With a lean to the Rangers is that value price. How can you not? Too much value to pass up there with this should be a way more like a coin flip price. The series that's 1-1, and now you're going to put the Panthers just because they're at home at that price? No. Lean to the Rangers. But I like the over.
Sean.
Yeah, I had premium plays. I had the Panthers at even money in game 1. Had the underdogs the Rangers as an underdog in game 2. So we had pretty good odds in those 2 games. I don't really think this is a coin flip series. I think the Panthers are the better team here. Price is a little steep here for game 3, but I think the Panthers find a way to get it done here at home in this one. I'm not going to have a premium on this one, but I would suggest backing the Panthers here and then reevaluate for game 4.
I'm with Roof and Zawacki. The price is kind of crazy. I do think the Panthers win the game, but -160 is like, ugh. So probably a parlay. There was another high. Was it the Mariners? I might do like a Mariner. We're finna hop into parlays in a second. I had 2 parlays for you. One's like teams I think are to win. The price was kind of just too high for me, so I'm gonna parlay them. And the other is typical parlay. So again, I think the Panthers win. I like them at home here, but to play it straight up on its own, -160 when the series has been as tight as a vice as it's been, kind of makes me a little nervous. But I think they win. It's kind of
Lay 2.5 with the Panthers.
-1.5 is +170.
I'll do that. I don't even bet hockey or no hockey, but I'll bet that.
So
Seems almost too easy.
there you go. That brings us to everybody's favorite part of the show. Parlay.
I don't know how much outside temperature takes into account, but it's about 98 degrees in South Florida today.
The puck's going to be bouncing. That's usually what that equates to. I find when it's hot outside, that puck does one of these where it bounces over the stick. And you're like,
oh. Summer Africa hot.
Oof. Bouncy puck.
Mitch, lead us off in the parlays, my man.
Panthers puck line, Padres, and Mavericks money line.
We'll float.
Give me the under in the Cubs-Cardinals. Go with the Mariners in the first 5, and the over in Timberwolves-Mavs.
Brian.
San Diego Padres on the money line, LA Angels on the money line, Colorado Rockies plus the 1.5.
Brett.
As Brian Baylor likes to say, we are going square dancing. Give me the Yankees, Guardians, Royals. Surely that should go well.
Square dancing. There you go. Zawacki, talk to me.
And for me, we're gonna go. We're gonna take the Giants. We're gonna take the Rockies, and we're gonna take the Timberwolves first half money line. Parlay those 3 up.
Sean.
Yeah, you know how I always like to come up with some sort of theme for these parlays. So I'm going to go AL East parlay today. I'll go Jays, Rays, and Red Sox.
I'll go Panthers, Tampa Bay Rays, and biggest square play on the board, New York Yankees. Let's get it done. Money making Sunday. We appreciate all y'all for joining us, man. We really, really do. Our best bets are at Pick Dogs Premium tomorrow. Same. We'll be back with the regular programming. Me, Mitch, Ruffalo, and Costi will be here. So that should be fun. Of course, all of us have different things associated here at Pick Dogs YouTube channel that you can watch. Brian Beatler's video series, Crips wraparound. Zawacki covers all the hockey. Brad does a ton of video series. Mitch does what Mitch does. Well, you know.
New video.
First fives.
First fives.
First halves.
First halves. First fives.
Check out our merch. You know, we got polos, shirts, hoodies, everything for y'all, man. Make sure y'all check out the merch.
Hats.
Pipes,
bongs, paraphernalia, bobbleheads on the way.
What?
Got it
I get a
all.
bong? I get a Pick Dogs bong? Where? That's not in the merch. Is it in the works? Where? When?
I don't know. If you guys want it, we could have them.
I'll be on the way soon, man. I'm like, hold on, I'll be on the way.
Jamie, like, that shit's hard, man.
I didn't know that was on the table. Hold on now.
Yeah, what? You can put out Pick Dogs bongs. We're in.
Appreciate y'all, man. We out here. We'll see y'all throughout the week. We out here.